Growing up, especially when I got into high school, I started feeling more pressure to be more responsible, and I felt the burden a lot more heavier the closer I got to graduating, to taking care of my mom. Being raised by a single parent, the parents sacrificed a lot for you to be able to have what you have. And so there comes a time where it's time for you to give back. And sometimes parents do remind you of that daily, that is coming, and for you to be ready for that. And I used to be so annoyed and just mad about it, that why do I have to do that? Other kids, they don't, they don't get to do that. They get to live in their parents' house for free even after graduating, and not even having to need to get a job. But the burden for me was, after graduating, I got to take care of my mom and the rest of my family, because they sacrificed for me to be able to get where I'm at. But then obviously the older I'm getting, the more I'm realizing that now in my position, right, as a millionaire, now my son has the burden of continuing that legacy and adding more value to the status of that, of a millionaire. And his burden is at a different level than my burden. Mine was just to be able to help mom pay rent and get food in our house, right? Help her out with that. With him, he has to now run a multi-million-dollar business, and he has to be able to negotiate to close deals. He has to, travel to different nations, build a relationship and things like that. And so within these 3 generations, I'm like seeing now, the current and the future of what my son has to go through, and what I went through, and what my mom went through, right? And so it's just something interesting I thought to put out there for